people started saying they're lovers. So this one did not even matter that we were girls. Like, we knew it was both affecting each of us. And then girl was like, well, what would we be saying with her? That's not to be that is a lesbian. At that point, I was like, hello, I know the title brought you, so I won't waste any more time. Let's just go right into it. But before we start, please, if you're here to subscribe, I would appreciate it if you could just click on the subscription button like right now. It's completely free to me, so much to me. Okay, thank you. So let's get started. Okay. Story time. Okay, throwback to my secondary school. I think I was in SS1. No, moving from GS3 to SS1. I was in GS3 then. The dormitory there was a girl whom we were friends. So we kind of became close friends. So we did everything together. Once they say GS3 students, yeah, that was GS3. But at that time, GS3 students come and do this. We're there together. GS3 students, we're just working together. And then after some time, people started saying they're lovers. And actually, we were not anything. We're just being good friends. But you know how this thing works, that let's imagine you're just friends with someone and then someone starts saying, he likes you. Before you know it, psychologically, you start playing some thoughts and emotions start playing on you. You're like, okay, maybe he likes me. Before you know it, you actually start liking the person. So this one did not even matter that we were girls. Like, we knew it was both affecting each of us, and then we're enjoying it. And then, you know, if you attend a girls only school, even middle school, you know that this case of lesbian homosexuality was quite, I won't say it was rampant, but it was not a thing you haven't heard of. So it was flying about. So there was even this we had our seniors back then. So it was getting to me, and I knew it was getting to her too. And of course, you won't blame me now. I mean, even if we check the Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you realize that after the first need, which is shelter, feeding, and all of that, the next hierarchy is social acceptance, belonging. You just want to feel loved and everything. So it was getting to me. I remember there was a particular lady too, another lady now, whom she was also getting close to another friend of ours. And then, you know, secondary school children, they don't used to mind their business. They're not shouting for that. They are lovers. So it was like that. They just picked pair, like this one, they are lovers. This is them talking. This one, that one, they are lovers. And then I remember, quite frankly, anytime you call that girl lover with the other girl, she used to get angry. She said, please stop it. I don't like it. In my mind, I'd be like, it's really cool. You're not supposed to be enjoying it. Because I was enjoying it. So that time I was trying to report us to a senior, and then the senior says that nobody should call them lovers again. And actually did work for her. They stopped calling them lovers. And she actually did cut styles with that girl. But me, we're friends. And I was enjoying it. And then if you attended a boarding house, there's this thing they used to call corner in my secondary school. That like, you know, if you enter a dormitory, everybody has their own corner. Like, it could be a bunk, but like, you just say that's seniors dash corner, that's seniors this corner. So anytime you see maybe two people talking in their corner, and especially when it's late, even when it's not late, even in the afternoon, you see them talking, or at night, you just say, they are doing corner. I wonder. I don't know who brought out that word. No corner, just something they are doing corner. So they say, they are lovers. I used to see them doing corner all the time, every night. She would come to our dormitory, she would just sing. This one, I didn't have to come to our dormitory. We're dormitory mates, like, we're just opposites. Our bed was just opposite each other. So like that, to continue being friends. So like, it was getting to me. People were calling us lovers, and then I knew it was getting to her too. We're talking, and that was how, I think, SS1 first time. I can't remember exactly what happened, but I know we had a quarrel, and we just stopped talking to each other. I'm trying to remember what happened now, but it was like something very minute. But I can't wrap my head around what happened exactly. Or just stopped talking to each other. So that was how they used to say my second. This people are keeping my list. I keep my list. That reminds me of another story I was saying. So we just stopped talking to each other. So first of all, to SS1, I think it was middle of SS1 first term. We stopped talking to each other down to second term and third term. I think it was SS2 I think it was necessary that I started talking again. I can't remember that part, but we just stopped. And then me, kind of person I was back then, Jesus has changed my life. I was back then, like, kind of way I keep malice to you, like, I will not even talk to you, like, if there's anything that will make our path cross, I will look for how to just dodge it and everything. So it got so bad that throughout the second term, third term, I did not step at dormitory, because it was, as a GS3, we were dormitory mates, but by the time we moved to SS1, we had different dormitories. Like, our dormitory was like some meters down. We were sharing different dormitories. So by the time we started fighting, or we started not talking to each other, I made sure I did not step at dormitory. Like, I only stepped at dormitory once throughout the second term and third term. And second term used to be like 3 months. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, second time used to be around 3 months or not 4 months. I'm not sure. I did not step at dormitory. If a senior sends me to, like, maybe a senior just says, go to social dormitory, go and call this one. Even if it's not her, they said I should call you. I will send another junior that call this person for me. I will stay outside. I remember the day I stepped at dormitory just once, and because a senior sent me something, there was no way I could send a junior, so I just stood at the tip of the entrance. In fact, my complete feet did not even enter at dormitory. Like, I just stood at the tip of the entrance, and I was like, so where is this person? So where comes so is calling you, and I just walked out. So I think SS1 third time, there were now so many stories of these people are lesbians, person and lesbian that was flying all about. So I think how the house missions got to know is they must have asked those juniors. Just sometimes juniors can like to be fufus. So I think they must have asked some juniors that who do you think are lovers? Who do you think are this one? Who comes to your dormitory every night and does not leave until 12 a.m. All of that, sha. And most times our lights out was 10, but you know those seniors, they can always violate it. So I think it was those juniors that gave most of those lovers or lesbian people away. So that was why I started calling them in pairs. So this one and this one, they punish them. I'm telling you, I don't know how they just, almost everyone who was involved. Now, when I say everyone who was involved, I don't know if they did it. I don't know, honestly, because I was not there. But you know how this thing, they say that in every rumor there is an iota of truth. So it's possible they did it, and it's possible they were innocent. So it's a very large extent, I think they did it. I don't know. Let's just leave that open. So that's what they were calling them and all of that. So, and that was how, in fact, I ever heard a gist of a girl that she was called, and then during what's it called now? Distant day, her mom got angry, poured the food they brought on her and all of that. That was how someone did not call my name. You know why? Because me and I were fighting, we're not talking. So I didn't go to our dormitory. But I think maybe we had considered our friendship from like GS3 with the internet says one like that. I would have been going to our dormitory. I would have been going to our dormitory and she would be coming to me regularly. So when we were calling lesbians or lovers, there's no how I would have escaped it. I would have fallen into it. And then like that, they actually called the other girl's name with another person whom actually sensed they were. I'm trying to watch my words now. I wouldn't say I said they were lovers or anything, but I mean they were sharp close, and then they packed them together. So somehow I just escaped, or so I thought I'd escaped, until I had graduated from the secondary school, and then I was just chatting with a junior, we're just calling on phone, and she said, I heard something about you, and I was like, she was like, when the person told her she what's the word now, she supported me. I said, no, it's not possible, it can't be me and all of that. So I was like, what did you hear? Tell me. She said one of her mates told her that, okay, she was telling her that she and Sinotobi usually get to talk, the gist and all of that. Like, I think she was saying maybe Sinotobi was one person she respected more. And then the girl was like, well, what would we be saying with her? That's Sinotobi that is a lesbian. At that point, I was like, this was on call, but I was like, no, my first reaction was just, okay. Then she said, okay, I think the person mentioned my name with someone else. I don't know if the person will mention my name or if they had mentioned him to have been with that other lady that I fought with and everything. So I was like, I don't have to explain to her that, see, true. I feel if you be safe, I don't cross that stage of just friendship and move to it. But somehow we got into a fight and we're not talking, and that was why God just used that fight to save me. And I just had to now start defending myself and everything. And she believed it. Yeah, so I just think she did. So now, why am I sharing this story? You see, sometimes God separates us from some association in ways we can't even imagine. And most times when He does that, we think, That's me, God. I mean, she was my friend. Why would you do that? Sometimes we don't understand and everything, and then we just don't know what is happening. But then the Bible clearly states that we should not be deceived, that evil communication will definitely corrupt your good manners. Now, for me, it didn't matter if I came from a Christian home, I could pray, I could do this. If I had stayed in that association, and if truly they were that lesbian thing, let's not say the word, but if truly they were lesbian, see, there was no way I could have gotten myself out of it. I would succumb, because it's just something about your association, like you just want to succumb to it. Now that leads me to sharing a particular story of a man who said he realized that most of teenagers and youth, the things they do that they end up regretting are always within an association that they could not leave. Probably they're like, let's do this, and then they don't want to leave because they've not built that tenacity of character to be able to say, sorry, I won't be a part of this, and they leave. Because they know their friends will spite them and everything. He said, that man said, so what he did for his friend, for his children rather, was he agreed with them, and then they came up with a code, like I think maybe an X code or something, and just told them that, see, anytime you're in a situation whereby you need to get out of it and then you just cannot figure out how to, or you don't want them to spite you, just pick your cell phone and just text me X. And once I just see X, I know what to do. So immediately he sees any X from any of his children, he just, like, immediately I just calls them and say, hey buddy, I need you to come home, something came up, it's urgent and everything. So the guy's like, I'm sorry guys, I need to go home, my dad just called. And then he leaves like that. For me, I didn't know how to deal with something like that. I'm not even sure I wanted to deal with it. I was enjoying it. I'm not like, I won't even come and act as a saint. Like, I was enjoying it. But Jesus, in his mercy, saved me. And then malice or not talking was the way he could just use to pull me out of that association. Now let me state, malice is wrong. Malice is evil. I think malice is actually too strong word. When I checked the meaning in dictionary, malice is actually evil. It's a sin. God is against it. Now, if it was some, like at this age of mine that I experienced something like that, all I've just done to that person is just keep that person on their lane, let them do their day. And everybody I say, just hello, good afternoon, just walk past. You don't have to be friends with everybody. You do not owe anybody any friendship. Oh, my pikin, that's what I'm talking about. If sinners entice you, do not consent. And before they can even entice yourself, it means you have to be walking with them, or sitting with them, or standing with them. Or you have to cook. Please now. Just texting me now. Or you have Uju Kokoro. Because Bible clearly says in Psalm 1 verse 1, it says, blessed is the man who does not walk, who does not stand, who does not sit with the sinners. So the fact that you don't even do all these three things, you're naturally a blessed man in the presence of your Father. So when sinners entice you, before they can entice you, it means somehow you're in their maybe semi-association. Then you're wishing, I wish I'm in this clique. No! Stay in the godly clique that your Father will place in your path. And I think one prayer you should pray, and everyone should pray, which I actually used to pray back then, was like, Father Jesus, Father Lord, whatever association that I'm in that is not your will or that will take me away from your plan and purpose for my life, please separate me. Trust me, you cannot be in the wrong association and pray that prayer consistently for 1 week and not see some caliber of friends naturally fall off. Like, you don't have to do anything to them, they just naturally fall off. Like, I remember a story, I think I'm sharing too much stories, so it's just supposed to be my lesbian story. I remember a story of a friend back then with teenagers together while in teens church, and then there was some particular clique who, you won't call them so LD clique like that to work with, though they were attending the same church. That brings me to, it's not every Christian you can work with. That's a topic on that one. And then they came to me and they were like, we would like you to be our friend, to join our clique of friend. And she was like, I'm sorry, but I choose my friend. That was just, when she was sharing that story, I was like, are you serious? And you really do not have to ask anyone for friends. I don't get this whole idea of a girl's a girl, a guy's a guy, saying, will you be friends with me? Naturally, if you people have the same character, well, not necessarily the same character, but if people have the same, there's so many things that connect you people see. Before you know, people are just talking, you're clicking here, you're talking, you're clicking, and then before you know, you guys are just naturally friends, and you don't have to ask them for, can I be your friend? Or will you be my friend? So what I'm saying is, mind your association. There's no how strong you are. Your association will corrupt if you continue working with them. And there is nothing like, I want to change them. No, change them from afar. And if God has not sent you to change them, just stay in your place, go on your knees and pray for them. And I've actually discovered that going on your knees praying for sinners or people who are yet to know Christ, to come to knowledge of Christ, is actually much more effective than saying, I want to be friends with them and I'll not be praying for them. It's like, no, pray for them where Christ has us placed. So take away from this mind where you sit, mind where you walk, mind where you stand. That's okay. That's like literally speaking to the ringing there is like mind your decision, mind who you walk with, mind who you talk with, mind who you stand with. Okay. All right. I just feel the need to balance this. If by any means or any chance possible or whatever means you're falling into lesbianism, homosexuality, and whatever sin, no, that does not mean it does not mean you're not cast. It does not mean you're a lost sheep. Because if at all anyone tells you you're a lost sheep, remind them that Christ came to die for the lost sheep of Israel or the lost sheep of whatever country you are in. So just accept Christ, accept forgiveness that He has given to you, and understand that there is no sin whatsoever that you could have committed that Christ cannot and hasn't already forgiven you for. Just acknowledge Him as your Lord and personal Savior, and acknowledge the fact that you know that Jesus is His Son and He sent His Son Jesus to come and die on the cross for your sin, and confess Him to be your Lord and personal Savior, and then find a Bible believing based church and grow your faith, and you're good to go. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Trust you're blessed. See you in the next video.